Hello everyone and welcome back. In this video, I'm going to talk about the Baker Act and whether or not you can choose the receiving facility that your loved one goes to. So this happens a lot when somebody gets taken to a hospital or they show up at a hospital and the Baker Act takes place inside the hospital. I'm not going to get into the reasons why it might happen, all the crazy stuff that we see, but bottom line is we're dealing with a situation that somebody has been Baker Acted at a hospital. And now the hospital, that particular hospital, does not have their own behavioral health unit. In other words, they don't have a Baker Act receiving facility as part of the hospital, so they want to transfer the person. They're going to put them in an ambulance and ship them out somewhere else. And so the family says, well, we don't want them going to that place because we've looked at the Google reviews and that place is horrible. We want them to go there. And the hospital says, sorry, we get to pick where your loved one goes, and we know that that place sucks. We know the Google reviews are horrible, but we don't care because, well, we have a contract with that place, and that's where they're going. And the family calls us all frustrated, understandably so. It says, we don't understand. Why can we not get to choose where our loved one goes to? And the simple answer is because everybody's rights have basically been terminated. The Baker Act is a statute that allows the state of Florida to take custody of somebody, albeit on a temporary basis, at least initially, until a judge gets involved. And if a judge is getting involved and you don't have a lawyer on your side, it's quite possible that it might be too late to do anything about it if you're going to, hope and pray that the public defender does a great job and gets your loved one out. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. And that's not a rub on the public defenders. I have a former public defender who works for us, and he's a fantastic lawyer. But the fact is they're overworked, very underpaid, and just don't have the resources or time to do what I think is necessary to get somebody out of a Baker Act. So what's happened is your loved one's rights to make decisions for themselves, even though they may be an adult, have been terminated. Your rights as their parent, as the legal guardian, as perhaps the designated healthcare proxy, your rights to make decisions for your loved one have been terminated. The state's right, and this is the state here, even though it's a hospital that did the detention, they are a licensed agent of the state's mental health system, or at least the qualified professional is. The individual, the doctor who did this, is a licensed agent of the state's mental health system. And as such, that qualified professional has the authority to terminate your loved one's rights and your rights. So you don't get to choose where they go. And I know that sounds horrible and draconian and broken, but welcome to Florida's mental health system, which is why I am such a strong advocate that the minute your loved one gets Baker Acted, you need to fight to get them out. And, I can't tell you how many calls we get from families saying, oh, I want to Baker Act my loved one. And my answer is, no, you don't. You don't want to Baker Act your loved one. It is not a treatment statute. It is simply designed for emergency situations when somebody is in immediate need of some type of crisis intervention. The kind of intervention that is so crazy, so critical, that you'd be willing to pick up the phone and call 911 to get them help. Unfortunately, if you haven't seen my videos, you will do. It's very easily abused and misused. And once you get sucked into Florida's mental health system, if you don't know how to get out, you can get stuck there for a significant period of time because nobody even knows you're there. And here's the icing on the cake. As a general rule, you can't sue them for any of this. So no, you don't get to pick where they are initially. We may be able to intervene and get them transferred to a facility that we get to choose. But initially, you got no rights. Done. You're out the game. So if your loved one has been Baker Acted and you or they want to be able to determine what kind of care they get and where they get it, we need to intervene and rather quickly. So with that said, I appreciate you tuning in. If you can give me a thumbs up, that helps. If you can subscribe to the channel, even better. And I appreciate you tuning in. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.